Hello everyone. As you can see by the title of this video, I wanted to make a a coming out story, or tell my coming out story. I've seen so many YouTubers who have made videos like this, so I thought maybe my story could help someone who's going through this. And plus, I wanted to make the video because I was thinking about my parents, thinking about my mom, actually. I'll get into that a little bit. My coming out story, things were a bit different when I came out. I came out when I was 22 years old, and during the time when I came out, in the 90s, it was, let's just say, it still wasn't the way it is now. It's more accepting now, I think. And in the 80s especially, you wouldn't dare come out because you didn't want to be called gay and derogatory terms, faggot and all that was just insulting, and it was like a bad thing, I guess. What, being gay, you have to be really brave to be out. And in the 90s, there was lesbian chic and all this stuff was coming in, and I just finally decided to come out. So I think the first person I came out to was my brother. He's 1 year older than I am, and I told him, and he was really cool with it, really calm, didn't freak out or anything like that. The next person I told was my big sister, and then she had initially told me not to tell my dad because he would probably disown me or kick me out. So I was very scared. But at the same time, I wanted to live my truth. So I remember telling my mom, and first she said, "Are you sure? Are you just doing this, for I guess shock value?" Because at that time when once I turned 17 and I graduated, I was able to express myself, so I was doing all kinds of crazy things, like everything from coloring my hair like Dennis Rodman, getting piercings, and just all this stuff. So she thought it was just another way to shock, I guess, but I was really expressing myself. And then I just told her, "No, I'm sure." And she accepted me right away. It was wonderful. And then I told my other sister, my little sister, and but then it came time for my dad. So I remember we were eating dinner when we used to all eat dinner as a family, and we're sitting at the table, and my dad says, I need to make an announcement, I need to say something, and I only want to say this once." And everyone got quiet. My dad was a really passive, calm person. So to hear him say something like that, you knew it was going to be something serious, and I knew what it was going to be about, and I was really scared. And he just said, "As you know, Derek came out as gay. He's my son, you're my son, and I love you no matter what, and that's it." And so he was like, "Pass the peas" or something. It was wonderful, and I felt so like this heavy weight was just lifted off my back. I could be myself. I didn't have to so focused on, oh, don't walk this way, don't cross your legs, don't, like when I was in school, don't carry your books this way, don't. I could actually talk about guys and actually say, "Oh, I'm going on a date with whoever." And when I finally had a boyfriend, it was just so weird to come home and say, I have a boyfriend, and to openly talk, to my parents about it. And when I did have long-term relationships, my parents would always send Christmas cards, and they were very welcoming to my boyfriend. Now getting to the point, I live my life as a person, and I'm very proud of who I am. And being gay is nothing to be ashamed of. But the one thing that I don't talk about that much is the fact that I have a rare cancer that I'm living with called leiomyosarcoma. And I've been blessed that I'm still here. I mean, I was told I only had months, a year, 2 or 3 if I was lucky. But here I am, 4 years going on 5 years. So I was always athletic and running and working out, and I didn't smoke, drink, or do drugs or anything like that. I tried to eat, you know, as best as I could, even though, of course, I would eat pizza and stuff like that. Who wouldn't? Sometimes you want to have those things, and but my cancer isn't caused by that. It's just a rare cancer. My dad died from cancer, and my mom, actually, when I was diagnosed in 2012, my mom also had cancer in 2012, and she had surgery and had it removed, but the doctors told her that if she didn't do any treatment, that, you know, maybe in 3 years, you know, she could die. She chose not to do treatment, so I had to respect her wishes, and I just enjoyed the time with my mom. She did pass away October 27th, 2015. So, the only thing that bothers me now, you know, coming out, I wish that if, you know, I ever met someone who, you know, was a faithful person, believed in monogamy and all that, and became a serious relationship again, I would love to get married one day if I found the right person. But now, you know, my mom and dad would never ever be able to meet that person. They would never be able to meet my parents and experience that wonderful acceptance. So that part of me, I guess, it's sad because I wish, since they were so open about my coming out and accepting of any relationship that I had, that I wish that they were still here to be a part of that. And so, you know, not a day goes by that I don't miss them, and especially my mom. But anyways, that's my coming out story. I feel that if you, no matter if you're gay, straight, well, not straight obviously, because that's the norm supposedly, but if you're gay or bi or pansexual or queer or you know, whatever the case may be, you know, live your truth, but make sure that you're in a safe place, I guess, before you come out, because, you know, you always hear the horror stories, and not everybody's coming out is wonderful. I was just really lucky and blessed. But yeah, that was my coming out story. It's a little bit different, and I was really lucky. But anyways, I just want to make this video because I was thinking about my mom and my dad and the subject, and so that's it for now. If you like, I make cartoons on my channel. It has nothing to do with what I'm talking about, but kind of, because I'm gonna make a cartoon or storyline in my cartoon web series that shows kind of like what I was talking about, and I have a lot of gay characters and gay issues on my show and stuff like that. So if you want to see that and more, subscribe and like, comment. Would love to have you. And again, thank you. I'm sorry I rambled, but that's what happens sometimes up here. Thanks.